Attention passionate San Francisco 49ers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC West and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on San Francisco 49ers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true San Francisco 49ers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and San Francisco 49ers fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. I have to tell you, the NFL landscape is always shifting, always evolving, but what's happening right now with the Cincinnati Bengals and the San Francisco 49ers could be one of those pivotal moments that define the season. And trust me, if you're a 49ers fan, you want to pay close attention because this isn't just about a single trade or a player move. It's about a strategic chess match, a potential game changer that could set the tone for what's to come in the NFC West and beyond. Let's start with the big news that's been floating around. The Cincinnati Bengals, a team that's been riding high with Joe Burrow leading the charge, suffered a significant blow in Week 2. We saw Burrow go down in the second quarter, and it wasn't just a minor injury. It's now confirmed that he's dealing with a grade 3 turf toe injury, and he's scheduled for surgery. That's a serious injury, folks. Grade 3 means extensive damage, and while the hope is that Burrow can recover quickly enough to make a playoff push, the reality is, his availability this season is now in serious question. And with that, the Bengals' outlook has suddenly shifted from a potential deep playoff run to a more uncertain future. In the meantime, their backup quarterback, Jake Browning, has stepped in. Browning, who initially broke into the league with the Minnesota Vikings, has been called upon to lead a team that's used to having Joe Burrow at the helm. But let's be honest, this isn't the same as having Burrow healthy and firing on all cylinders. The Bengals are now in a situation where they have to consider their options, including trade possibilities, to bolster their roster and keep their hopes alive. And that's where the 49ers come into the picture. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. How does this injury to Burrow and the Bengals' uncertain future relate to the 49ers? Well, here's the thing. The 49ers are always looking to improve their roster, especially at wide receiver. This season, their receiver room has looked a little different. Deebo Samuel, a key piece for them, was traded to the Washington Commanders, which was a big move that surprised many fans. And to make things even more complicated, Brandon Ayuk is currently injured, leaving the 49ers without one of their most explosive playmakers on the field. That's why the team is actively exploring options, and one name that's gaining a lot of buzz is Jermaine Burton. Yes, Burton, the young wide receiver from Cincinnati, a third-round pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, who was considered by many analysts to have first-round talent coming out of Alabama. But as you remember, his draft stock was a little shaky because of some off-field issues, including that infamous incident where he hit a fan of an opponent during college. Still, talent is talent, and Burton has shown flashes of brilliance on the field. He's got the size, speed, and athleticism that the 49ers desperately need right now, especially with Ayuk injured and Pearsall stepping up as a bright spot. And here's where it gets really interesting. The Bengals, with their deep pool of wide receiver talent, haven't been using Burton much in the first couple of weeks. He's been inactive, sitting on the sidelines, waiting for his chance. Cincinnati has a lot of options at wide receiver. Jamar Chase and T. Higgins are the clear stars, but Burton was seen as a potential breakout player. Given his talent and the current state of their roster, it looks like Cincinnati might be open to trading him, especially if they're looking to restock draft capital and focus on building around Joe Burrow for the future. This kind of move would be a win-win for both teams. For the 49ers, acquiring Burton would mean adding a high-upside talent to their receiving core at a relatively low cost. They could give up a late-round pick, maybe a draft pick in 2025 or 2026, and essentially get a player who could develop into a true star. For Cincinnati, they get a chance to restock draft picks, which is crucial as they prepare for the 2026 NFL Draft, especially with the uncertainty surrounding Burrow's recovery timeline. Now, let's talk about the specifics of what this trade could look like, and why the 49ers are so interested. The 49ers' wide receiver room has been somewhat inconsistent this year. Pearsall has been a bright spot, with 8 catches for 164 yards, showcasing that he's ready to contribute at a high level. But Ayuk's injury leaves them a little thin on the outside, especially when they're facing tough defenses or need that extra spark. Adding Burton could give Brock Purdy, or whoever is under center, a reliable target with big play potential, something that's been missing at times this season. And for the Bengals, trading Burton makes sense if they want to get something back for him while they're in the midst of a tough season. They need to rebuild and retool their roster, and draft picks are the currency of that rebuild. Burton's talent is undeniable, but with Chase and Higgins firmly established as the top options, Burton has been left on the sidelines. A change of scenery might be just what he needs to unlock his full potential, and the 49ers could be that perfect landing spot. This move not only addresses immediate needs for the 49ers, but also fits into their long-term plan. They're always looking for that next piece, that player who can elevate the team from good to great. With Burton's upside, paired with their current roster of talented veterans and emerging stars, the 49ers could very well position themselves for another deep playoff run. Remember, this team has a strong defense, a smart coaching staff led by Kyle Shanahan, and a quarterback in Brock Purdy who continues to impress. Looking ahead to the rest of the season, the NFC West is shaping up to be a fierce battleground. The 49ers are 2-0, and they're preparing to face the Arizona Cardinals in what's expected to be a crucial NFC West clash. Kyler Murray has been playing some of his best football since returning from injury, and with the 49ers waiting to see how Purdy feels after this week's game, any injection of extra talent like Burton could be the difference maker. If Purdy isn't fully ready, or if the team needs that extra spark, having Burton available could be a game changer. Meanwhile, the Bengals are headed to Minneapolis to face the Minnesota Vikings, with Jake Browning starting at quarterback. The Vikings will be led by Carson Wentz, as J.J. McCarthy is out with an ankle injury. This game is going to be critical for Cincinnati, not just for their record, but for their confidence moving forward. If they can find a way to compete and perhaps even pull off a win, it might give them some breathing room to make strategic moves before the trade deadline. So, what does all this mean for you, the diehard 49ers fan? Well, it's exciting because it hints at a team that's not just content with what they have. They're actively seeking ways to improve, to add talent that can make a difference on the field. And Burton, with his potential, fits perfectly into that mold. It's about building a team that's not only talented, but also adaptable, ready to take on any challenge the NFL throws their way. And let's not forget, the NFL season is a marathon, not a sprint. Injuries happen, unexpected setbacks occur, and teams that can adapt and make bold moves often find themselves in the best position come playoff time. The 49ers have shown their resilience and strategic mindset in the past, and this move could very well be another step towards securing their spot at the top of the NFC. So, fans, keep your eyes peeled. The trade deadline is approaching, and this scenario with Burton could develop quickly. The 49ers are always in the mix, always looking for that edge, and right now, adding a talented wide receiver from Cincinnati might just be the move that pushes them over the edge. It's about maximizing their window, leveraging their coaching genius, and making sure they're ready for whatever challenges come next. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest San Francisco 49ers news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, San Francisco 49ers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential trade? Do you think Jermaine Burton is the perfect fit to help Brock Purdy and the team push for another Super Bowl? Or do you believe the 49ers should focus on other areas of the roster? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the future of this team. Remember, this is a fan community, and your voice is essential in shaping the conversation. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest San Francisco 49ers news. This season is shaping up to be one of the most exciting in recent memory, and with moves like this, the 49ers are clearly not settling, they're aiming high, and they're doing everything to make sure they're contenders once again. Thanks for being here, and as always, keep the faith. because the best is yet to come for the San Francisco 49ers.